Squad? I'm here with Sheliah Minor, back to present Let's Talk About It, and I'm excited to present her as my new co-host for the new segment, Let's Talk About It. What's your Instagram, Sheliah? And kind of introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Sheliah Minor. My Instagram is like I'll ever forget _ again.
I'll have it in the video somewhere so y'all can follow her and everything on Instagram, but her Facebook is Sheliah Minor.
Yes.
We'll definitely have that on the video as well. But we're here to present Let's Talk About It. Well, not present, but represent. Restart, reboot. Let's talk about it. And I'm going to let you start it off first. Since you the new guest, you the new co-host. What's your question? What are we going to talk about? What are we talking about today?
Okay, let's start with a good one. That's always a conversation starter.
Mm-hmm.
Why do men cheat? Let's start there.
Why do men cheat? From my experiences and why men cheat and why I have cheated, because you're probably not sexually pleased in an aspect and in some sort of aspect sexually in a relationship. Maybe you're too young, too mature, too intimidated to bring that up to your partner to actually go into it. Also, some men, we just hunters. Not gonna say all men, but some men, they just hunters. You feel what I'm saying? They gotta go out there, they gotta have other women. It's just some men that's like that. There's nothing a woman can do. She could be the freakiest joint, the baddest joint, everybody want her.
That I agree on.
And a man is still gonna go out there and be sniffing or sniping. You feel what I'm saying? He's gonna be out there hunting.
Question.
Go ahead.
So since you're saying that you all are hunters, what part makes you feel like you need to have a relationship and still hunt? So we're saying you caught the deer, you shot the deer.
Got it.
You caught it, right?
Right.
You bring it back, you feeding off of it, you put it in a freezer, whatever, right? And then you still hunt. Why?
Not, like I said, not all men are continuous hunters. Some men do find that prize deer and they set for life. You feel what I'm saying? But for other men, it could be different reasons. Men is competition with other men. It's maybe a psychological thing or a thing with with what they feel they have to do, their upbringing and what they're taught.
Maybe?
Insecurity, definitely. Of course, I believe insecurity definitely plays a part in it because you constantly need reassurance from different females, even though you have that one. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel as though that definitely plays a part. Not in all cases. Not in all cases. But it definitely
majority of cases.
And a lot of men, and it doesn't even, I don't even know where the insecurities may come from because they could be well put together. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Have everything, had a crib, had a will, and you still need that constant reassurance. So I don't know where that would come from, but yeah, that's definitely a huge aspect of it.
Because you have scenarios where men may step out. Let's be clear. Because you'll hear men saying, well, women cheat too. Women cheat too.
Of course.
Right?
Of course.
We all know, though, that it takes a woman to emotionally leave before she physically sleeps with someone.
Facts. You don't, unless she's just out there and it's like you feel what I'm saying? Those situations. But any man that's done, you know what I'm saying, done did that with a chick that's in a relationship, it was probably a gradual process. It wasn't just a wham bam thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like it can be with men.
The question is for a man. You're a man. You're not all men. Obviously, you may feel different. You may have never cheated, but you're a man.
That would be a lie, but
okay. I don't know the scenario. I'm just I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt here, but it's not the benefit of the doubt.
Go ahead.
So in this scenario, I'm saying, well, why do all men cheat? So one thing you mentioned from Rip was maybe they're not sexually satisfied. My question to you and any man listening, anybody that may tune in, why not have the conversation first? Right? Because ask me to be Maria today, Nikki tomorrow, Michelle Wednesday. Like, you don't know
what you're willing to do.
Yeah, and a lot of it is a lot of females feel like they can't even be like super nasty with their man without them thinking, well, what was this bitch doing?
Or right, or where she learned this from, or who taught her this, or
but that
without other insecurities coming into the man's
that
aspect.
mean that say I can change my hair and be all these people on all these
that's
different
real.
days.
That's
a real vibe. I don't know if for everybody. I can only speak for me.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? So it'd be like the conversation.
Like I said, the only answer that I could have is that at that stage, I was just younger, and it might have been easier and quicker at that moment to, you feel what I'm saying, resolve that issue that way with somebody that was right there at that time, rather than having that conversation. Even though as I've gotten older and I think about it more, if I had that conversation with the person that I was with, that I wanted to have better sex with, it could have had a
different outcome.
Exactly, absolutely. A better outcome.
Yeah.
It could have opened up her Pandora's box to say, oh, well, you want to see something? You feel what I'm saying? You want to see something? Oh, okay. And then I would be like, damn. Oh, shit. You feel what I'm saying? But when you're in such a young state of mind, you're thinking about other people. How are they going to react? And this, that, and the third. When at the end of the day, you might be selling yourself short on just not being honest with each other or with your partner. You feel what I'm saying?
You know what? Speaking of that, I had posted something on my Instagram. And the question was asked, it was a poll question, because I do questions often. The question was, how do you know if your partner is cheating? Okay. Right? So you had 1 million people who's like, I don't. Right? My response to them was, well, do you use protection? Why would I do that? We together. But you just told me that you don't know if your partner is cheating.
Well, do you take that as them saying that their partner is faithful, or that they really truly don't know if their partner is faithful? They just don't they just don't know.
To be honest, I was looking for the you never know. I was looking for that. My question back shocked a lot of people. I said that because a mutual friend got burned, and it was like, damn, here it is, you in a relationship with somebody all of this time. And now you right, so it's like, damn. So I had to think to myself, well, like, you freely, obviously, married, things like that. You're gonna have sex with your partner. Of course, unprotected. Of course. But how do you really know?
If they're,
you never really know.
You never know. It's signs, and at the end of the day, you don't ever want to be that crazy partner either. You don't want to be that insecure partner. You don't want to be that partner that pushes the other partner to maybe say they're on the edge, and now you're just pushing them over the edge, and they're like, all right, fuck it. You feel what I'm saying? Fuck it. So it's that's a thin line.
It's very thin.
You're in a long relationship. You're in a serious relationship. So what's your opinion on that, and how do you look at that?
I feel like if you know your partner, because you got people who've had multiple STDs.
Of course. And
they still don't use protection. So I feel like you kind of all in like they all in. They stepping out. You kind of stepping out too, because you're not using protection.
Yourself. Of course.
Now, I do have a cousin who was in a 9-year relationship, and every time they had sex, she went in the drawer and grabbed the condom.
Wow.
Confused the hell out of me.
Wow.
Because I feel like, number one, it takes away from the mood.
Of course.
Right?
Especially you this long in. It's like, you into it. It's like, okay, babe, go grab that condom.
She whispered in his ear. You up. See, but this be the thing. She was the grabber.
Hopefully they had them skin condoms. Them Jones wham.
What is it, lambskin? Goat skin?
I don't know what it is. It's definitely, it's non-latex. I don't know what the fuck
kind
it is.
No, it's not latex. But I was, even when she said it, I was taken back by, that's the responsible thing to do.
Facts.
That, when she...
In the aspect that you're speaking of. Now, a lot of people, I feel as though there are a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but there are some relationships where they're solid in their foundation, in them knowing that they are secure within one another and they're not cheating. You know what I'm saying? So, but there are a large majority of relationships where people know that they don't know.
Yeah.
And
it's questionable.
Exactly.
It's still like...
It's heavy.
But that was my response. So, do you use a condom? Soon as they said, like, well, we don't know.
Right.
Use a condom?
Right.
Why would I do that?
So do you. So do you. That's the question, fellas. Ladies and fellas.
My answer to that is... I'm not going to plead. I'm going to answer.
Okay.
My
she was about to plead the fifth.
My answer to that was only when trouble was brought home.
Okay.
Did it turn to that?
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
It's like a make me a believer.
Okay.
Right,
Okay.
you know,
Of course.
You're in that place.
Okay. That's understandable.
You know, but
right. It's not, it was a product of a situation that happened.
Right.
Understandable. That's completely understandable.
You know, I don't know. I am not a firm believer that all men cheat. I started with that question because that's what society says. That's what we see. That's what we know. That's what we hear.
Thanks.
I'm not a firm believer of that. I'm a believer that at some point all men may have cheated.
And do you feel as though that's a difference? Say a man may cheat once or twice while he's in a 4 or 5 year relationship versus a man that
cheating every week
constantly,
right.
has a side piece.
Right.
Has a side piece.
Well, we don't even at that point. Let's just open it up.
Right.
It's all fair game, okay? Because we've had that conversation also.
Okay.
It turns into, well, if this is going to be our situation,
right,
let's open it up completely.
Facts.
Right?
And I'm a believer of, if you're in a relationship, then I'm not going to do something that I wouldn't feel comfortable my partner doing or them asking me to do. So when it comes to that aspect, it's like, all right, we'd have to come to an agreement that, all right, maybe we're both in this situation. Maybe we can't control ourselves.
Right.
Who knows what the situation is, but we come to an agreement and it is what it is. We're jaded and will, I guess.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not.
What's your opinion on that?
I'm not mad at that. I've been with somebody for 16 years, going on 17 years, dealing with somebody, doing everything that you could possibly think of, still being strong. I don't want people to get the wrong idea. But we've been tested. Right. You know, dealing with somebody at 14 to now going on 30.
You're going to go through some shit.
Even physically, the physical changes. Like, I went from wham, bam, kapow to now you got a fupa. Like, it's different. It's different. And it's even now I'm confident and I know what I possess and what I carry, but he's watched me change in so many different stages. But my question to him was, because it was at the point where it was either going to be we open it by force and you just got to deal with it, or it's something that we can talk about. My idea of an open relationship, and people may feel differently, is you do what you do during your free time, right? We come home, we reconvene. You don't ask me no questions, I don't ask you no questions. I still cook your meal, I still suck you, I still do you. I'm still a mom, and we just want you just my king, right?
Facts.
He couldn't handle that. So,
which, I mean, for me, from a male's perspective, fuck no. But that's just me. Crazy. Especially you say in your own time. I mean, listen, because it's going to be them times she going to be coming in late with that wobble or maybe a little extra smile.
This is the thing, though.
Yeah,
this is the thing. And let's remember, I brought this to the table because of different occurrences. Of course, right?
Of course.
So
this wasn't just brought to the table.
Let's not forget that empty ball sack. Let's not forget the smile you possessed while I'm slaving over the stove. You know what I'm saying? So
the little buck that you came in with that day.
That's it. The little extra money you sent me because you
because you
bad.
know.
You know, so here's where I am. I'm in a place where we're grown, and you got people who look at me crazy. They look at me crazy when I have threesomes conversation. I'm a realist. We're gonna be real. Right. That's just what it is. Right.
Especially go ahead, but 16 years. Hey, listen, you gonna have to throw the curveball.
That's it. But see, that's
throw that curveball. People aren't. You can't keep throwing the fastball.
I agree. People think I'm crazy. For me,
and even if you're talking about in the aspect of an open relationship, maybe that could just be a stage for just for y'all to open up for a few and then make the relationship stronger, and then y'all come back.
Our third year, we back just us.
Exactly.
Because sometimes people need so you know that's
and
just
to see that shit is fucked up out there too.
But that's it. But that's just like on the stove, fire's hot, and you like.
You gotta touch it first.
You gotta touch it. You know what I'm saying? You might not know what seasoning you like on your chicken till you try them all.
You gotta.
That's it. So for me, it's like I feel like if that's what's gonna keep us floating, and it sounds crazy because people feel like, well, if he got to do all that, y'all shouldn't be together.
Facts.
First of all, mind your business.
Right.
What works for me may not work for you.
Exactly.
What's small for me may be huge for you.
Exactly.
So, you gotta come
and like
to
I
a
said,
place.
everybody's not the same. We're not all robots. Everybody needs different needs in their relationships.
Absolutely.
Maybe somebody can throw 100 fastballs for 10 years straight, and y'all be
and
Gucci.
you catching them. Absolutely. But that's just like you got couples who feel like they can go months without relations.
Right.
You have some who can't go a day or two.
Right, exactly.
Because I'm looking at him funny. I'm laying here naked. You ain't touched me in 3 days.
Exactly. It's like, hold on.
That's a different topic. Because it's like,
exactly.
Sex drives are different.
That might have to be a topic for next week because we going crazy right now. But to wrap everything up, though, what was the final result of you bringing that to the table?
It's still a no for him.
Okay.
So now I'm inching to, well, let's swing with other married couples.
Right.
Because now I want to play.
Let's
play.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's play. We gonna play. Let's play.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, and I don't. Like I said, I'm the person that if I do it in a relationship, I would expect my partner to feel like they can do the same thing.
Absolutely.
I don't want to just be no double standards in a relationship because I damn sure ain't. I don't want to hear that shit.
That's my point.
You
That's
feel
my
what I'm
point.
saying?
My
So-
thing is, what's the saying? If you can't stand the heat, get out the kitchen.
Exactly. So.
And I mean, if and I told you prior, I'm a firm believer in make it work.
Right.
And I'm a firm believer in you do everything you can. And people will say, "Ew, no, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that." You never tried it.
Exactly.
You don't know what may work for you.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna be real honest, and it's gonna bother some people. The same ones saying all of that are the same ones that are single.
Exactly.
Because they're not open to try
you gotta
things.
open your mind up.
We're
And
not
that's
in
the
the
thing.
1930s no more.
I tell a lot of females that as like a aspect that I actually look for if I'm going to like take you to the next level. Like you got to be open minded. You feel what I'm saying? And
absolutely.
that ain't even just around sexually.
All
it's
across
just
the board.
just life.
Absolutely.
Wise. You feel what I'm saying? You got to be open minded. You can't be stuck in a box. You feel
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? So.
Absolutely. I agree. Me personally, guys, I don't know that what Jada did was wrong. We don't know what she went through. We don't know who Will slept with. We don't know their circumstances, and too many people put their mouth on things.
Facts.
And they don't know what's happening behind closed doors.
Exactly. None of us are that close to it. None of us. You feel what I'm saying? And nobody that is that close to it is going to speak on it because it's not their place to speak on it.
It's not their business. Absolutely.
When you're in that in their partnership, because what they call themselves, life partners, it's their partnership. It's their lives. So whatever anybody else on the outside thinks, believes, or may
that's a good topic for next time.
Facts.
Letting people in your business, in your personal relationships, because it will tear you down.
Put a shell around that motherfucker.
Oh my gosh.
That's got to be a topic for next time.
Yes.
To wrap it up, tell them where they can find you at, your Instagram, your Facebook again. Yo, this shit flowed like a motherfucker. I know y'all gonna love this. Like when y'all see this joint was crazy. The chemistry was crazy. I like it.
Again, you can find me Sheliah Minor on Facebook. My Instagram is like I'll ever forget _ again. I just changed it. Somebody must have did something to me that made me upset and made me remember that I won't forget it.
Right.
It was 4 a.m. and I changed it. It was so random.
Yeah.
It was very random.
She saw
and I've been nurse major on Instagram since I graduated school.
Okay.
And one morning at like 4:30 in the morning, I woke up and I was like, let me
change this. So
I need people not to test me.
So they know I won't
remember this shit here. Yep. So
that's
where I can be found, guys. Follow me. I'll follow back. Maybe. You know.
Oh my God. Yeah, depending on how y'all are. I mean, because there's definitely some crazies out there. You feel what I'm saying? But like, comment, share, follow her. Oh man, it felt good to get Let's Talk About It back. Why do men cheat? And that just branched into a lot more.
A bunch of different things.
A lot more.
Yes.
Stay tuned. I know what it is.
Bye,
Mizzy World.